Hey everyone, so the Stackr SDK supports multiple DA providers behind the scenes, and we created a wrapper to interact with all of these DA providers. So it exposes just one API endpoint and it routes the data between the DA providers that the user wants to interact with. While building that, we realized that multiple DAs have different data formats and different API formats and all of the other nuances behind it. And we solved that by building this wrapper, but we also realized that if we are facing that problem, then other developers might also be facing like a very similar issue. Hence we decided to just go ahead and open source our wrapper, which we call Dash. Dash is DA as a service provider. We have extracted this from our core verification layer and provided as a standalone package slash service, which anyone can just put their private keys in and run on their own servers. And what this allows them to do is just have like a single API endpoint to interact with multiple DA providers. To demonstrate that, we also built an application which we are calling BlobDAddy, and the idea behind that is that you give your blob to the daddy and daddy takes care of all the blobs. How it works is in the first column you just enter the data that you want to settle on. So I'll just write micro-rollups are cool, and over here you can select which DA provider that you want to go with. Right now we have Avail and Celestia working. Eigen is upgrading their systems and will be live soon, and we will also be integrating other DAs like Near and 4844 in the future. So once you select your DA, you just click on settle. It will send a request to the service that we have hosted on our own systems, and it will give you a job ID, and this job ID is something which you can use to query your data status. So you can come to the third box and click on verify. So it will say that it's still pending, and I'll just click on auto verify so that it polls the service for the verification result. It will take a while, so the time depends on the DA services block time and the latency and the throughput that they provide. So if you choose like a different service provider, it will give you a different throughput, and based on that you can just wait for the data to come back. So let's just give it a minute. So right now we have selected Avail, so the block time is about a minute, and it should come back any moment now. Yeah, so here we have it. So you can see that it returns certain things, and it also includes the proof of the data. And we also provide a link to the block explorer, where you can go and check out if the data was correctly indexed or not. So I'll just click on this and it will take you to the block explorer Avail, and you can see that okay, the data was here, and it will also provide you with different metadata that you can use for other stuff. So yeah, so here's BlobDAddy for you. Go ahead and try it out.